Hello, everyone, and welcome to I'm All Right. My name is Lisa Robertson. I am an editorial director. I'm also a writer of fiction and nonfiction. And the goal of my channel is to kind of help new and aspiring writers develop the mindsets and the skill sets that they need in order to take their writing to the next level. We are running up to NaNoWriMo. This is the month of October. November is the start of NaNoWriMo, obviously National Novel Writing Month. And because so many new writers really attempt that without having a strong game plan, I really wanted in this month to put out a lot of content to kind of help you to do that. So in the month of October, I'm doing a video every day. It's a pretty ambitious plan for me, but I'm excited to do it. And if you like the content that you find here on the channel, I hope you will also check out my website, which is Alright WRITE.com, and there'll be a link below where you can visit that site and kind of see what I do there. I offer manuscript critiques on a one-to-one level. You can kind of see how that works and what types of manuscripts I enjoy working with and kind of how I can help you shape and craft your novel to be the best that it can be. So I look forward to hearing from you there. But if not, I'm thrilled to death to be able to support you here with the content that I have on this channel. This week's series, we're doing kind of the 7 habits of successful writers. And what that means is we're going to cover kind of the mindsets and characteristics that I think really successful writers embody. And there's obviously 7 because it's a 7-part series, but ultimately I think they all kind of fall into 3 categories as well that are kind of overarching themes here. And that is professionalism, perseverance, and positivity. Everything that we talk about here can kind of fit into one of those buckets, or 2, or even 3 of them, right? These are overall themes that I think are really important for writers to have. So let's get right into what today's habit is, and that is being goal-oriented, okay? I think to have a success story, you have to give yourself some chances to have successes along the way, both short and long term. I think it's important that you wrap up achievements with acknowledgments of them, okay? So when I'm talking about short and long-term goals, I'm talking about just that. I want you to set a timeline and around a certain achievement, whether that be, you could have a week-long goal of finishing the scene or the chapter that you're working on. You could have a daily goal of a certain number of words, although don't be overly ambitious when you're first getting started because you'll just kind of set yourself up for disappointment that way. Maybe your month-long goal is to finish 3 chapters or to plot out the next novel or project that you want to work on. Maybe your goal for the year would be to finish that draft or to finish your revisions. And we'll be talking about revisions and that revision process next week in a 7-part series, so that'll really help you with that as well. But it's important that you kind of incentivize yourself, because writing can definitely get to be very challenging. It can have its negative moments. It can have its periods of time where you just don't want to do it. And if you can put a reward around what you're doing, it might incentivize you to keep going. I've talked about this before in another video, but whenever I finish a big goal or a big long challenge, when I finish a novel or the draft of a novel, I buy myself something ridiculously expensive that I wouldn't normally buy myself. Usually it's a handbag, right? Because, handbags, like clothes, you go up and down in size. Maybe it's not not always going to fit you, but your handbag's always going to look good, and it's going to be timeless, and it's going to be a constant reminder of what you've achieved. So that's kind of what I like to do to reward myself when I finish a big goal. Short-term goals can be different. I used to, in my work, I work on magazines, and I try to get a manicure pedicure when I finish one, just to kind of it's such a stressful thing getting a magazine out the door. So that's a nice treat for yourself. They can be anything that you like. Treat yourself to something small, treat yourself to something big. Just acknowledge that you've made that achievement. And setting a goal, it helps you stay along on a timeline. It's not just about rewarding yourself. It's also about staying diligent and continuing to work. So I know it seems kind of cut and dry and maybe not something that's super revolutionary, but it is something that most writers that I know do. And that is, set a goal and reward yourself for meeting it. So that's our tip for the day. We'll be back tomorrow with our last habit in the series. I'm excited to share that with you. I'm excited to move on into the revision series that we're going to do after that. So, and until then, I hope you continue to keep writing, because the first tip that we covered is to write every day. So I hope you're doing that, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Thanks. Bye.